This is Lara Anaras making your day with part 21 of a book I wrote on the destiny of the Filipino people. Subject: Foreign Policy Priorities. People of the Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia are blood brothers, having descended from the peoples of South China that migrated south into the Pacific Ocean. They were part of the Sri Visayan Empire, Sumatra, 17th to the 13th century, and the Majapahit Empire, Java, 13th to the 16th century, that spanned almost the entire Southeast Asia, including present-day Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, Southern Thailand, the Philippines, and East Timor. Practically the same area is occupied by our Association of Southeast Asian Nations, the ASEAN. It was said in legend that 10 datus from Borneo fled the declining empire of Sri Visaya, ruled by a despotic Raja Makatunao, reached the island of Panay and leased the island from its inhabitants. In the end of the 14th century, a notable Arab judge and religious scholar named Karim ul-Makdum from Mecca arrived in Malacca Sultanate. He preached Islam to the people, the reason why many citizens, including ruler of Malacca, converted to Islam. Sulu and other Muslim sultanates were introduced to Islam by Chinese Muslims and Arabs. Chinese Muslim merchants participated in the local commerce, and the sultanates had diplomatic relations with the Ming Dynasty China, being involved in the tribute system. The Sultanate of Sulu, Paduka Batara, and his sons visited China, where he passed away, and the Chinese Muslim brought up his sons. The Chinese emperor of the Ming Dynasty buried the Sulu leader in a mausoleum in the Desu district in the province of Shandong that exists to this very day, and gave the name of An and Wen to his two sons. Now, no one in China is allowed to use those names, which were to be for the exclusive use of the descendants of Paduka Batara of the Philippines. More about this after these messages. This is Lara Anaras making your day with part 21 of a book I wrote on the destiny of the Filipino people. Subject: Foreign Policy Priorities. Now, Wen Jiabao, born September 15, 1942, may be regarded as a descendant of a Filipino. He is the sixth and current premier of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, serving as China's head of government and leading its cabinet. In his capacity as premier, Wen is regarded as the leading figure behind China's economic policy. He also holds membership in the Politburo Standing Committee of the Communist Party of China, the country's de facto power organ, where he is ranked number 3 out of 9 members. Now, who is the legitimate successor to Paduka Batara? The line of succession of the Sultanate of Sulu and North Borneo fell on the Kiram branch of the royal family from 1823. The current Sultan is His Royal Highness Al Sultan Mohammed Hamalul Kiram III. Long before we were colonized by the Spaniards and the Americans, we were involved with our Malay brothers from Indonesia and Malaysia, and our Asian neighbors from China and India. Yet we look at them through the eyes of our colonial masters and feel alien to them. We are especially close to the Chinese, who came peacefully to our shores and made their homes among us for centuries. Yet we treat them badly because our colonial masters regard them as infidels. The Spaniards massacred them regularly at the Parian Gates in the Intramuros. until they were converted to the Catholic faith and became Filipinos. All over the world, the Chinese kept their cultural identity apart and lived in Chinatowns, except in the Philippines. We are the only country that effectively absorbed the Chinese into our population. 10% of our blood is of Chinese origin, and that is why we're a bit lighter in skin and more slants of eyes than our Malayan brothers. There is absolutely no reason why our nation does not prioritize our relations with our ASEAN brothers and our Asian neighbors over those of our former colonial white masters. But we do not, because we look upon them as our colonial masters do. We see their faults, but we do not see their virtues. The Chinese and the Indians came to our shores in peace, settled among us as neighbors, and fraternized and intermarried with us for centuries past. But they never conquered and enslaved us, or robbed us, or raped our women, as the white man did. Our Malayan brothers and our Asian neighbors were equally abused by white men as we were. The Chinese were poisoned and drugged with opium by the British, and all European colonial powers and the Spanish occupied their territory, posting signs that say, "Dogs and Chinese not allowed." More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.